testing. 1, 2. All right, guys. Welcome to another show of Primos Place. This is the Men Team episode. Today we're just gonna, introduce you guys to the Men Team. Let you guys know who's running the show, who you want to let win these games and these championships. All right. First off, I'm Primo, the host of Primos Place. I've been playing.
Smart.
I know. Go figure. Primo's the host of Primo's Place. I've been playing recently. I've been playing Madden, my recent stint, for about 8 or 9 years. And then I was in
Somebody
that
might doing
time.
some weird shit in the background.
What's going on in the background?
Sound like someone's mic is rubbing against their clothes or something.
Oh
Anybody else hear that static?
Yeah,
no, I don't
might have
hear
been
nothing.
me.
But yeah, so
That's better.
I was winning.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
better.
winning chips. When I first got back into Madden, I was in MML. Won some chips there. PTFL. It was a very fun league. Won a lot of chips there. Race for the ring. I won some leagues there until KG took over that. It was a lot of leagues back in the day. T Hop. It was so many leagues I was in. And I was playing a lot of Madden. I didn't have no kids. Then 4 years ago I had a daughter, and my chips they've been a little less frequent. I think I got since she's born I've only had 2 chips, 3 chips. So, but total I'd say about 20 chips. But I was it was a time I was playing 5 leagues. I was rough in the Madden. A long time ago. But I've slowed down now. 3 is my cap. And who we got on there? KG, why don't you tell them about yourself? Number of CFM years, all
Yeah,
that
what's
stuff.
going on? I started playing Madden. I mean, probably I don't know, 15 years ago. But I started CFMs. I started in 2015 MML, which Primo knows. Uh, Pretty much met Primo there, and played in probably 4 or 5 different leagues with Primo since. A few that he mentioned there, PTFL and Race to the Rings. Actually, it's actually Race to the KG because I took that league over. Um, and Now I'm here. I came under his wing.
All right, Jay Stopper, tell us about yourself and your CFM history.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I started playing Madden like about like 97, 98. I think my first Madden was like Madden 98. I was on a PlayStation 1. So, old head with it. But I didn't start playing CFM until 2015. Yeah, I think Madden 16 was my first time on CFM. Then it hooked me. I mean, I was always used to playing head to head, people coming over to the house, or playing people in the dorm rooms in college. But once the 360 hit and everything was all online, Gears of War and everything, Madden just was the next step. So I know everybody here. KG, he's in my league, RBL, Real Ballers League. That's where I met him, and he brought me over here, so I could put hands on people over here in STE too.
Okay, and then what about you, Johnny? How many years you been with the
I'm one of the
CFM?
old heads as well. I've been playing since the 90s on Sega. And then after that, I didn't really do like CFMs until 360. Then I was running my own league, TML, for a long time, like on 360, and then brought it to PS4 and then tried to keep it going to PS5, but no one got it. And even KG was in the league then. And then we came, and I was doing RBL since PS4 as well. When J Stopper was like 1 in 16 and shit. Uh, but
Cap.
I've been running that league for a while, so I've been on a commish running everything basically solo for a long time. So it's nice that I'm on like a good team to where it's not just one guy. So I have some experience, but I'm glad that I'm not the only guy anymore.
Okay. Well, SC's been going for about 3 years, and we're trying to shape it a certain way. There've been a lot of, because a lot of SCE is, I kind of wanted to make it kind of like PTFL. KG knows that league. It was a lot of shit talking, a lot of comp. But then at the same time, I kind of mix it with the Madden Wars feel, where it's just kind of more chill and laid back kind of people that just are okay. Because PTFL was at some point we were just like we only want the killers, So it was nothing but killers in there at one point. A lot of shit talking, a lot of chest beating. But it's gonna be a little blend of that. So that's what we're kind of looking for the ST community. Um, take your beatings. I mean, we obviously want people to play some, but I mean, freestyle's cool too. It's competitive, and with the house rules, it's kind of built in a way to keep people from picking the same play over and over and over. We have house rules, so there's that. So as far as administrative goals, like what do I mean? Obviously, you guys all have experience running leagues. I think KG even ran GGL, I think, for a little bit, and then I know you and Johnny and J Hopper, J Stopper. You guys ran leagues
J
and
Hopper.
Jay Hopper.
J Hopper, J League Hopper, J League Hopper, J Team Hopper. Okay, yeah, but you guys all run.
J Team Hopper is definitely it.
You guys have ran leagues, for sure. So that's kind of what you guys bring to the admin team, and obviously more hands and people who have been in the administrative role, it's the better. And obviously, Fez, he's not able to be here with us. He ran Madden Wars, and that league's been going on for almost 20 years. But they recently they just got old. Like there are a lot of old heads there. And then Geronimo, I'm not sure how many leagues he's run. I mean, obviously, me and him we go way back. We've had our beefs. We've been good now, so. But I don't know if he's ran a league or not. But he definitely brings a lot of sim and house rules, and he's played in a lot of different leagues in the community. So he'll bring that experience to it. So KG, you want to go through the rule book or
Yeah, we can go through that. Let me pull that up quick here.
just so we can let the guys know what to expect from the league? Because obviously most leagues, some things just play Madden, but
Yeah, we want to keep it somewhat, sim. We don't want to be over. We don't want to be controlling people's game, but we got to set a level of expectation where you can't be
yeah, no
playing
glitches.
scumball.
Exactly.
You know. One thing, we'll just start with, just go through it quick. Keeping your team to 53-man roster. That's something to keep an eye on, especially this year where we got some different rules that Primo will go over. Um, you always want to keep that 53-man roster. You always keep an eye out on that. Um, you shouldn't be changing positions, things like that, unless you're getting approved. Just the basics, things like that. We're not going to really hold your hand, so if you try to pull a fast one, you're going to get caught. Just don't even do it. Um, Trades, we got a trade committee, so you guys already know that. We got actually a new trade committee this year, so we'll see what happens. I expect a little bit more strict voting, um, especially for me. Uh,
That's what
uh,
I've been told.
so I might not even make a trade this year. We'll see. Um,
Nah, if it's a good trade, it's a good trade. But
Don't trade with KG. Word to the wise.
that's up to the league. I mean, it's a good trade. It's a good trade. I'm not giving anybody with physicals.
no, that's cool. But a couple things I want to touch on that I personally can't stand when I'm playing. Is cute camping on the sideline, QB running. That's something you just don't do it. If you're running out because you got pressure, obviously that's cool. But if you're just running out of the pocket, sitting on the sideline looking to throw or playmaker, you're in violation of that rule. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just try to play like a real life QB. Like don't try to take advantage of the game's bad AI or something like that. So you're gonna go run and camp and then playmaker and catch somebody wide open. I mean, no, don't do that. I know people
To
like
me, it's
Kyler
common
Murray are
sense.
running around, but he's running for his life. You guys are just running out the pocket with no pressure.
Right.
So don't do that.
Yeah. Exactly. I want to touch on spamming a little bit. Spamming, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're trying to just get ridiculous stats with one player, and it's obvious, we're going to give you a warning. If you continue to do it, then we'll have to make a decision on that. That starts with us, so we're holding ourselves accountable there as well. I know deving is biggest part of the game, or one of the biggest parts of CFM, so we have to have it within some reason. So keep an eye out on that. Glitches, obviously, we're avoiding glitches. That's not tolerated at all. If you quit, you're gonna get called a bitch, and you might get kicked. So I don't want to see any quitting. You better take your lumps. I don't care if you're down 50-0, fourth quarter, no concede, and none of that. You just take her out. At fourth down, we're pretty lenient, but if you decide to take advantage even of a lenient rule, uh, you know, you'll be looking to get suspended. So that it's so lenient that there really isn't any warning for that. It's really something you should be following. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I want to go over as far as any rules.
Right, and then just to about our own rules, there is a new rule for free agency. Um, so for free agent and re-signing, as part of the roster management, you guys won't be able to re-sign your guys during the regular season. You'll have to wait to the off season. That is after the
which
Super
is going to
Bowl.
be very interesting.
Yes, it
I
will
want to know
be.
the logic behind that rule.
The logic is real life players aren't easy to re-sign, and if you have 17 attempts to just slowly go over, and penny pinch and find the man in sweet spots. No, so if you really want a player, you just throw big money at him, and that's your player. If you don't really want that player, you can dance around and try to lowball him, and then you can pay that player, bid against other people, and see, and that player will get what he's really worth, like real life. Like if a player in real life, like if Jay Snapper say, "Hey, I'll pay you $10," but if I feel like I'm worth 20, and I go on the market, the J Snapper either gonna pay me the 20 first, or he gonna test the market. Then I mess around and get $25 on the free market. I guess I was worth more than $10. I want the same logic to apply to re-signing the players here. So not a perfect system, but it's something I think that it will definitely make
Yeah,
free agency much more fun and enjoyable. And then
yeah,
maybe an extended off season. Like there's going to be a lot of players. There's a lot of different new things Madness brought into it. Like the first stage is only 5 bids. It's going to be a lot to like a lot with this game. And so the higher players will keep progressively getting more and more. Then maybe somebody messed out on the first cornerback they went after, but then they really want one, so they'll just go ahead and throw big money at the next guy lower. So like it's gonna really change the dynamics of the money in Madden, and
yeah.
even franchise tag and prices for the next year after that will be different. Because then people will be paying more for certain positions. You
I
know,
think it reflects. I think that reflects how the NFL works a lot better that way.
it is
Just
it really is
because,
going to if you
um,
game play it out, if do the game theory with it, the prices for certain positions are going to go skyrocket, and the prices for other positions are going to drop. Just depends
yeah,
on what users really dictate what's actually important in the game. So
yeah. I mean, if you look at the NFL, I mean, when it comes to re-signing players, I mean, it's if the team really wants a player, they're going to throw them a big bag,
exactly,
and when they let those guys go to free agency, they're getting an even
they're
bigger bag,
getting a
even if they,
bigger
even if they
bag.
don't even if they don't even deserve it. So, and with this rule, it's something we're just trying. It's year one, so we're fluid. This isn't something, if it sucks, we're capable of changing it. So we'll see how it goes and kind of go from there. But I think it's going to be a good change.
For sure.
Yeah, I enjoy the change.
Okay. And so like with the gameplay rules, I mean, I think we've addressed that. Now, you want to explain the game of the week, KG?
Yeah. So for anybody that's not familiar with how we run the game of the week, um, this is something that we are going to have at least one game a week. We're gonna try to do a couple games probably. Just depends on the week, how many games there are and who's playing who. But we're gonna have games posted every week in the Game of the Week channel. We're gonna ask that you choose who you think is gonna win. Um, if you choose right, you'll get a point towards a goal of increasing development traits. That is also posted, I believe, in that chat. We can always show you where it is if you have any questions, but 15 points at the end would get you a star dev, 25 points superstar, 30 points X Factor, no QB, 40 points would be X Factor QB allowed. So it is meant to be something that takes a while. So um, we're not going to change that. That's kind of the point. We don't want to make it too easy to get these upgrades. So
Yeah,
um,
but with the game of the week, I think that promotes activity, and if you want,
for sure,
it's an easy way to get something for free. All you're doing is being active and
right,
making a
exactly,
prediction on who you think is going to win.
exactly. And we look at these things, so we appreciate people that take the time to vote on these games, interact with the league, and it creates a buzz every week on that game. So I noticed that it definitely helped keep the activity up. So it's something we're going to continue into this Madden for sure.
Okay, and with that, let's go into a big segment. I would like to call Johnny to the floor. Johnny's predictions. He's gone all analytical and he's broken out some worksheet or some website and he's gone through all the games and he's got some predictions for his playoff simulator. So Johnny, go ahead, tell us what it's about.
Yeah, you can pretty much find anything on the internet now, so it didn't take long for me to find this. But I did it several models. However, most of the time it kind of ends out with the same core guys. I think year one, people probably are going to be offended when they see their number. It's normally either A, because of your user skill or the team that you have.
Right.
So until I've seen that you have a better user or your team devs, unfortunately, you're going to be where you're at.
And you can
Um,
post that in the announcements too, for guys to check out
okay.
later.
Yeah, I posted the most recent model I had with Primo. I'm sure you would appreciate this better since I gave you the first seed in the AFC since I was sleeping on you. I apologize.
Yes, yes, yes. I see it. I
Uh,
appreciate it.
but starting out from the gate, I think that in the AFC, you and Chunk are going to have the two best teams to start with. Uh, though you don't have a quarterback, that'll be one of the only issues you have on the team. But then Freeman, he's probably got the best team to dev, I would say. Like he's probably got the most talent, and he's gonna have cap and things like that.
And when you say these guys, make sure you say the team name because the league
Oh
is a
yeah,
lot of
all right, the
ragtag.
Jets. Okay, so the Steelers, Broncos, and Jets. That was the first three. Um, I still don't really believe in the young goat, as you called him. I don't. I
Eric,
know
yeah.
that the Texans is going to have a lot of work to do, but the division, from what I've seen from the guys that were in there, it's not very good. So he should have an easy road. And then the other three teams, like the Chargers and Chiefs, are both just really good rosters, and I think they're good users. They're not great, but they're good. And then the Bengals, I think, is also another great roster with a solid user. And then the NFC is kind of going to be the same type of guys. I'm interested to see, since you brought Lighty back, to see what he's got. I don't think he played last year on PS5. Is that correct?
Right.
Yeah. So same thing with him and Lions. Like if they're supposedly this next wave of guys that are coming in, if you haven't played, like year one might be a bit of a struggle. And then of course you stuck me and KG with some really trash rosters. So and in the same conference. So I see what you did there. So I think Baker out the gate's gonna have the best team with probably the most abilities between the top guys, and then Jay Stopper's right there. Um, and then you've got A-Bomb, and then apparently I've been told the Niners guy is really good. The other commish, Geronimo,
He's solid.
and he cussed me
Yeah.
out, so I would think that he's got something to
Yeah,
prove.
I mean, yeah, he cussed you out, so he's got to be good, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think for the second model, I ended up doing with the conference finals for both. I had the Steelers, so Primo and the Steelers versus Chunk, and then I had KG beat me in the divisional round, and then he plays Baker. He's going to be Baker just because Baker's a
Style.
passer, and which kind of is
Yeah.
going to play into
Playing to
to
KG style.
KG.
Yeah.
Unless Baker decides to stop smoking weed and run the ball with Kamara, like that might help him. But then I had Chunk end up beating Primo, sorry, and then Chunk still winning the Super Bowl just because I think that he's got the best team out of everybody.
All right, pressure's on Chunk. Pressure's on Chunk.
I'm gonna put some on him because
AKA
he won
explosive.
he won year one in RBL
Explosive.
too, so yeah,
So
explosive squirts.
he's good out the gate. That's good. He's definitely well, that's his style. If he can win RBO,
And I want to start a little bit of rivalry
season
between him and the Texans with the young goat name since they're both young kids.
well, he's a little older. He's 22.
I mean,
He can
22
drink.
and
He can drink.
Texans.
Texans can't drink yet.
All right.
Okay.
I
Texans
saw a
cannot
couple people
drink.
in the in the chat that said that they don't think the Cowboys going out that early. I agree with them too, but you know,
No, I
that's
feel
me being
like Jay Stopper is actually gonna do some damage. I feel like I know he's as long as he plays right, he's gonna do some damage in that conference. Also, the Packers. I feel like you guys are sleeping on both Jay Stopper and the Packers. All they gotta do is just mix it up, and not pass too much, and they gonna beat all y'all. Because I mean, those teams are really good.
it's
So
gonna be a slow death with Pollard and Zeke. Just letting y'all know. All
if
y'all that
he's
doubted
for
me.
real with that, and he's got Dak. I mean, I think Dak's an X factor. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
it's not unseeable that he could take the conference. I feel like, but hey, obviously
I think
KG can
It's
coach.
possible. It's possible.
I think that it still comes down to making reads. It's going to come down to that, like making
I
reads and
didn't.
making defensive adjustments.
I thought that they
So
made some decent reads. I didn't know they were bad. My apologies.
we'll see.
I think the discrepancy in the teams is going to be pretty
Yeah.
large.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
so-
like year one is going to be tough. It's gonna,
So season one, you better be on your shit, because if you're
Yeah.
not, I'm coming for you season two.
Okay. Well, I would say
that's the way I feel.
for the division winners, I'd say for my picks would be myself, the Broncos, explosive, I believe. Or no, that's Chunk. Yeah, and explosive, same thing. The Jets and the Colts. I'm going to pick the Colts to beat the young goat. I feel like Jonathan Taylor's gonna be an animal in this game. um, and my conference champ, I'll pick myself. I mean, and then for the other conference, yeah, I'll go with you pretty much what you picked, except I'll say the Packers will take the North, not the Bears. But the Bears will be in the playoffs. He'll probably be warned by the playoffs and end up taking the conference. So I'll see myself versus KG in the Super Bowl. I feel like somehow, Jay Stopper's gonna make a run, but I don't know if he's gonna go all the way. I think KG will be warm by the time the playoffs start. I think at the beginning he'll take some lumps, just building the team up. But by the time it's playoff time, he should be warm. And what are your picks, Jay Stopper?
All right, you know what I'm saying. Let's get to the official, predictions as to what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That was really gonna happen. See into the future. All right, so looking at Johnny's little playoff predictor here, I don't really have a problem with the AFC. I think everything lines up what he said. I am curious how Primo's gonna win 15 games with Pickett at quarterback, but I mean, maybe he makes some
Primo
trades
ball.
Primo
make,
ball.
Yeah,
make some
he's just gonna run the
trades,
ball.
run raw,
Raji.
Najee people to death. I mean, yeah,
Yes.
okay, I can see it. I can see it. Um, and as far as, but I do have a problem with the NFC North. I mean, yeah, A-Bomb, man, y'all sleeping on my boy A-Bomb, man. Listen, I understand if the teams are even, no chance. He has no shot. But, the Bears, that's gonna be tough.
KG about
That's
to
gonna be
have
tough.
Fields X Factor like on week 5 if they have those QB scenarios.
The man, he gets banned if that happens. Ain't no
Hey,
chance.
I'm pretty sure it's in the game. Dude's about to be X Factor by week 5. All you gotta
The
do is like what
man, he gets banned.
3 TDs and no picks and win the game. He's being the X Factor real quick.
But yeah, outside of that, I mean, that all looks about right. I don't see myself going 11-6 either. But that's we're just parsing records at this point. But yeah, I'm probably really gonna go like 13-4. But
Who you got winning the
you know,
conferences?
who I got winning the conference? See, that's when it gets a little tricky. Cause I mean, man, Chunk is gonna be Chunk will be nice. He has the Saints, right?
No, oh, Chunk. No, he has
No,
the Broncos.
Baker. Chunks the Broncos.
Chunk's the Broncos. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So Baker is the Saints. Ooh, okay, Baker.
Now,
That's one of
just
my.
Jay Stopper, you got to remember. I know you want to be confident in yourself, but you have Baker, me, and KG all in the same conference. Your records versus us are probably not very good. Before you pick
Listen,
yourself.
listen. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, that was our teams ain't the same right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
But
But this is by
you
the
know what I'm saying?
playoffs.
Yeah, it's about the playoffs, and by that time, Micah Parsons gonna be wrapped up Defensive Player of the Year, so he gonna be doing his thing. I think conference finals, I could see me versus Baker, and depending on who plays their game, that could go either way. I might. I'm gonna come myself. I'm going to the fucking Super Bowl. I'm
Who
coming
you
out of the
playing?
NFC.
Who you playing?
Man, it's gonna be Broncos versus Cowboys.
All right, who's winning it?
Woo!
This is wild. This is wild,
Woo!
man. Like I know you. We gotta wake you up from a dream, dog. We gotta wake you up,
Um,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, last time I saw Chunk in the playoffs, I beat his ass, so I'm giving it to myself. Year one, Cowboys win the ring.
All right, Cowboys over the Broncos. That's Jay
Okay.
Snapper's pick. And what about you, KG? What do you got?
All right, let me dive into the AFC here. Uh, I'm just looking at Johnny's predictions. So I don't see Primo as the 1 seed, mainly because that quarterback situation. I feel like that's going to be a real big issue in this year's Madden. Unless I'm wrong on how the game plays, but just from what I'm hearing, that's going to be a problem. Um, you can run the ball, but I heard the run game is actually kind of trash this year
I'm
too
a
so
I'm a
far.
decent GM, and we got
Yeah,
4 years of picks to
hey,
trade.
I'm talking if you no trades, based off what you're starting with. If you make a trade, that could change. But off the stock roster, it's going to be tough because you really don't have a great receiver. You got Claypool, but mm, not much else. So the passing game is going to be tough. 15 wins is just tough. I just don't see 15 wins coming in a
Yeah, I
tough
mean,
division.
I
Um,
think the win totals are a little high in Johnny's
yeah,
particulars, and they're a little low for some people too.
I
You know,
personally, I have the Bengals winning that division. I think,
that's fine.
to
Hey,
be honest, I
he's not
think
bad.
uh, I think he became pretty damn good towards the end of that cycle before he stopped playing. And I
Yeah,
think just the having, I mean, they went to the Super Bowl. That's probably one of the top rosters in the game. Um, Chase is going to be ridiculous in that game. So um, I think that just the team is going to put him at the top of that division. But I do see Chunk with that team having X factor quarterback and gunslinger. I think Russell Wilson has. So um, he he's going to win the West for sure. Um, Jets, Freeman, he's going to win. Uh, the
no chance
East,
for Flores and the Bills.
um, no,
No.
It's a hell
no.
of a team.
But I do have him in the playoffs. I put him in the playoffs. I
Okay.
feel like he would probably sneak a wild card spot in. But um, Texans, nah. I got Colts winning the division. Um, that team is not built for him at all. So the Colts are going to have a much better roster, and I know how Eric is going to play. He's going to try to dev his guys. He's
He
going to play
says he's gonna
reckless.
mix it up. He playing to win.
Yeah,
That's what he
I don't buy
said.
that once for even a second. He's going to try to get Davis Mills to a 99 in 2 seasons, like he says. He's going to be throwing the ball all over the yard. He's going to lose 6, 7 games maybe doing that. So, but hey, if he proves me wrong, whatever. But regardless, I think
Which
in that.
reminds me, you know, there may be a new rule for regression, especially for
Hmm.
the quarterback position, depending on the interceptions thrown. I mean, it's not official yet. The men's we're still talking about it, but that's something that you guys have to look out for. So spamming, trying to get your guys dead that way, may not work out if you're throwing those interceptions.
Hmm. Yep. I feel like that'll. Yeah, we'll let you guys know about that when the time comes. But um, as far as the AFC, I do have I have Chunk definitely the Broncos uh, making it to the Super Bowl against in the AFC Championship. I would say he would be playing. Yeah, he's probably playing Primo because by the time of that playoff game, Primo will have his quarterback situation figured out. Um, but yeah, I got the Broncos out of the AFC. NFC, this is where it's real tough to predict. It's really tough because, in my opinion, the top two players have by far the two worst rosters in this conference. Um, so it's going to be a matter of how big of a problem that is for us. Um, I think we'll be competing in the playoffs, but I do think the NFC Championship will be in New Orleans. I think he'll definitely, because that defense is going to be nasty, and he's going to have X factor receiver. He's going to have X factor running back, probably rookie wide receiver with speed. So Baker's going to get those guys going. Um, and I'm gonna roll with Jay Stopper in the conference championship in the NFC too. I do think the Cowboys roster is going to be tough to compete with against year one. But I do have Baker winning that matchup to play the Broncos. So I got Broncos Saints, and I'm going to give it to the Saints. I think Baker gets it done year one.
All
Yeah, I
right,
mean, I can say I've never played with the team like to start out this bad.
that's
Me
good
either.
It's
though. It's a
definitely
challenge. It's gonna be fun when you win it.
it's
The
definitely a
host,
challenge.
hoisting the trophy will be that much more enjoyable.
We're going to be building a dome in Chicago as soon as we can. I can tell you
As
that.
soon as you can, ASAP. I hate the snow.
Because if I
Steelers
start
getting the
getting the
dome
one seed,
too.
everybody else is going to be pissed too at me.
I'm getting the dome in Pittsburgh too. The first thing I'm doing.
We ain't
All
playing in no
right.
snow.
After playing with the Chiefs, like I actually like playing in the snow.
I hate it. I
Oh,
can't stand it. I'm not. A little bit of lag or a little bit of off on that kick, and it's fucking going off way left. That's some bullshit.
It just adds
I
extra
can't.
strategy to it.
No, that's bullshit. People don't be missing kicks like that in real life. Like, that's bullshit. I shouldn't have
I
to
mean,
go
also I
for it
won't
fourth
have
every time.
Seattle's
a
actually
really
pretty
good.
bad with that too because of the rain. Actually,
Yeah, Seattle's gonna suck. So,
you're gonna have like at least 4 or 5 rain games a year.
I mean,
oh,
if you're
absolutely.
perfect,
It's just gonna be a running and defensive game.
if you're perfect at kicking field goals and you always hit it right on the
I'm
money,
not.
then yeah, have at it.
I'm the
You should
worst
love the
field goal
weather. But
kicker ever.
if you're like a little bit forward or a little bit back, but you normally make it anyways, and you have to deal with that shit, like no, I mean, back in the day, I used to be really good.
That's
My hand-eye coordination and my time was perfect, but I'm old,
nope.
man. I'm fucking up. All right. Well, there you have it. Those are all the picks from all the guys that made it to the show this time. The admin team. A couple of them left out. Geronimo and Feds, the old guys, the 50-year-olds. They couldn't make it, but but yeah. Hopefully, there's going to be a great cycle in the STE, and the amends will be here. All the amends are part of the trade committee, so you can send your trades in or DM them to vote. If you need to. But everything's automated through my Madden, so you wait till you guys see that approved, not accepted, and then your trade is good. Anybody got anything else to say? I want the league know.
I just want to put it out again in case y'all missed my first Primos place. Cowboys are open for business. You know what I'm saying? You see something you like, talk to me.
Yes, Parsons, send them, please.
Parsons is off limits. You see something you like, talk to me. You got a
Send
receiver you
Dak,
want to
send
send to
Dak,
me?
send Dak.
No,
Dak's not off limits though, so we can talk.
I don't know. You got to come with something nice. You might
It
have to
ain't
go
gonna,
with
it ain't,
TJ now. I don't
it ain't
know.
gonna be DJ.
You might have to go with
I
TJ.
got you on the picks though. I got you on the picks. We can talk
I'll take
picks
those picks.
for who though?
Come get some veterans.
You said some veterans.
That
I thought
just
he said
sucks.
for
It's
some
like you
X
don't have
factors.
anybody. I know.
He said come get some veterans. All
I don't
right.
have anybody, so like I can't really trade anybody.
Come get you a
I got
Robert
that
Quinn, a
one
19
corner. That's
sack
it.
Quinn.
Hey, you might lose Roquan Smith before we start. You want us
I
to
know.
wait for that trade to go
I'll puke.
through? You better. Hey, if he gets traded, that's good. He gonna get
I
traded. But
mean,
probably gonna be late though. You probably gonna be all right.
if they don't trade him, I'm still trading him. That's the
Oh, you
thing.
trying to?
Like
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
smart.
just want to guess what I want for him.
Right, you want to
yeah.
pick
You
with
Johnny
can't
him.
really.
You
Johnny
don't want
send
that. You don't
DK.
want that fourth round pick from the
Right.
Steelers, or
Exactly.
you want like a first.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I'll be happy. I mean, we'll see.
We'll
If you're
see.
Johnny
interested in
send
Roquan
DK.
Smith, you come talk to me.
Right.
Nah,
Okay.
DK's already like
Send
he's
DK.
already got paid. I can't trade him. Like they just paid him. I'm not gonna kill my cap. But that's good because I was worried that I wasn't gonna be able to pay him. So I'm glad that I don't have to stress about that. But I still don't have a quarterback, so
Hey man, come get Cooper Rush, yo. I got you.
no thanks. No, there's not like that wouldn't even like cross my
Oh,
mind.
I, I do want to say something.
All right, go ahead.
Um, because we didn't touch on this. Force wins. If you do not schedule a game within 24 hours, or at least hit up your
No,
opponent in 24 hours, like, do not ask for a force win like that. You have to be scheduling these games and like quick,
Yeah, you can't be sneaking those. Yeah.
because we see that and we're not going to reward people that don't reach out for force wins.
and to remind everybody to piggyback off that, after 48 hours, the game's not scheduled. We're moving on.
Yep,
So
exactly.
Yep.
it's either going to be a fair sim, or if you did your due diligence and tried to schedule within 24 hours, then that you could talk about trying to get a force.
Yeah, and all force requests should be posted in the force request channel. Do not DM a commish.
Not
Right.
DMs. Yeah, no DMs.
So I got this server set up like this for a reason. You just use the appropriate rooms, and you can tag the amends there or whatever. But it's too many
But
DMs, stuff gets lost.
if you DM a commish and do not post it in there and you get a force loss or sim and you lose, we don't want to hear it. Simple.
All right. Well, a lot of us picked pretty much the same guys. For you guys that didn't get picked to make the playoffs, prove us wrong.
DC.
Creasy's and Flores's and all the other people talking. Hey, let your game do the
Can't,
talking. When I see you in the playoffs, then maybe you'll start being picked. But I got nothing else to say. You guys got anything else to say?
Oh, man, it's Madden season, yo. Let's get it.
Yeah, 7 days, baby. Seven
that's pretty
days.
much it. That's pretty much it for me. I'll keep my spicy heat for my Primo Place episode. All right.
Oh yeah, we'll have that one. All right, then. This is Primo's
And
Place, and this is a men team show. Um, pay very good attention to this episode. A lot of rules and potential rules were dropped, and yeah, everybody, have some fun and be competitive. It's gonna be a fun year. The champions, all the threats. They got most of them got lower teams. I guess the Broncos is a sleeper threat. He hasn't done it here yet, but he's done it other places. So a lot of people's favorite to win out the AFC, and then the NFC's got a lot of people from that know each other, so it should be very competitive there. A lot of NFC guys have history. But that's it for the show. Until next time, signing out.